Mokomene Foundation.
Now, emotions ran high at the funeral service of Capricorn TVET student Precious Ramabulana at Tshikuwi village in Limpopo today. The 21-year-old was stabbed multiple times in her rented room at Mokomene, Botlokwa on Sunday. A 28-year-old suspect has been arrested. We're joined on the line now by SABC reporter Lutendo Bobodi. Lutendo, just remind us around the circumstances of this killing. If you can hear me, remind us about the circumstances of the killing of Precious Ramabulana.
Hello, thank you so much. Yes, you know that it was reported this week that 21-year-old Precious Ramabulana was killed in a rented residence in Ramabulana, where she was studying at a TVET college, known as Capricorn. She was then somebody broke into her house and raped her, and then stabbed her 52 times, and then she died on the scene. Right today, it was, of course, like we reported throughout the day, it was, of course, a funeral, which took almost the whole day. Started around 12 o'clock. Right now, when I'm speaking to you right now, we are on N1 back to Botlokwa, and we understand that currently she is being laid to rest because, as we said earlier, she is royal, and royal people are only buried after 6 o'clock or at night. Where she's being buried now, it's called Chendor or Royal Cemetery, where we are not allowed, we are not given access.
And such a young life lost, so we know it was an emotional funeral. Just tell us about some of the tributes paid to Precious today.
You could have been there. You could have seen how her friends were crying. They were crying uncontrollably. One of them described her as a very humble, very intelligent, very hardworking person. One of them also said she's so traumatized that even when her phone rings, she thinks it's her calling. She's been described as a very good person, even with the family. I can tell you that all the speakers who were delivering their speeches, they could not even finish their speeches because they would just break down and cry. It was the emotions were so high, not only with friends and family and ordinary people, also with politicians. I saw Maite Nkwana and she looked visibly jaded. And also Deputy Minister of Higher Education Manabela, he also looked quite depressed.
Mm. Tell us, did the whole issue of gender-based violence come up again? I mean, this is another brutal example, and you said government officials were there.
Yeah, for me, this has become, a threadbare cliche. I've been reporting this, in Vembe, where Precious Ramabulana came from. There are so many cases of gender-based violence. Every time or every month you hear a woman being beaten up or being killed by her lover. In fact, the number of cases here, it's astronomical. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of cases. Courts just cannot deal with these cases. This is how it is here in the Venda region. Just yesterday, we gave you a story of a 57-year-old woman who was killed and buried in a shallow grave. This is just rice, and it's way out of control.
All right, we have to leave it there, but the suspect, 28-year-old, expected to appear in court next week, and of course we'll follow that part of the story. SABC reporter Lutendo Bobodi. We take a short break, or we'll be back with more.